Good morning and welcome to Business Spotlight. Today I have Mary Meckley. Mary, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. And thank you for inviting me, Tony. It's a pleasure to be here.
My pleasure as well. So I'm really excited to hear about your business. So what do you do and how long have you been doing this?
Well, I share a daily meditation with people for more peace, energy, and clarity. And I have a meditation podcast, excuse me, as well as a meditation app. And I have been doing this for more than a decade.
Wow. Wow. So for 10 years.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. I love that. So let me ask you, who is a good customer for you?
The best customer is a customer who is on a quest to become better or to include more purpose in their life, or maybe the person who is healing from something. So many people come to my podcast, and I'm honored that I've been doing it for a while daily. We've had over 100 million downloads.
Wow.
And so I've heard from many people about why they want to meditate. And heartache is one big reason, stress, of course, uncertainty, and fear. And so these are the main reasons why people will come to listen to my podcast or app.
I gotcha. That sounds great. So let me ask you this question. So were there any big changes in the last couple of years as we went through the economic challenges that we saw?
Well, I noticed that people became more committed to their self-care ritual. Especially meditation became really popular. We had more downloads, more people reaching out. And
Wow.
it wasn't so much of a curiosity as it was a few years ago. It was truly something they wanted to adapt into their lives. And it reminds me a lot of how fitness was maybe 30, 40 years ago, where not too many people would work out, but now it's such a vital part of most people's lives.
Wow. So that has sustained through this time. I would imagine those folks are still with you.
Yes, yes.
Nice. I love that. I love that. So what was the biggest learning since you started your own business?
Um, Well, I did something previously. I spent a lot of time living in Asia, and I worked for companies and corporations there. And it's actually what instilled in me the appreciation to reflect and pause throughout your day and go into, an inner type of stillness, because the companies that I worked for did this several times throughout the day.
Wow.
And I worked for Fuji in Tokyo. And so I started to get used to feeling this kind of stillness as well. And so when I returned to the States, I shifted gears because I could see such a need for us to slow down a bit and to gain more clarity, more peace, more energy. So that's been the biggest shift for me. And I think it's fun and exciting to always be open and receptive to new opportunities that might present themselves, and also to create your new opportunities. When I started my podcast, people really didn't listen to podcasts too much. And now podcasts are very popular, but I showed up daily. I decided that this is something I really wanted to share, and it evolved into a business for me.
Wow. That is so great. So do you have anything coming up or any events or specials that you want to share with us?
Well, I have a meditation app, and it is free for a week, and it's called the Sip and Om meditation app. So you can try meditation there. But really, the Daily Meditation Podcast is the name of my podcast. I share a daily guided 10-minute short meditation experience there on the app.
Okay, so how do folks get the app? How do they get to your podcast?
Anywhere you listen to apps. It's called the Daily Meditation Podcast.
Okay.
And then for a more deeper, longer, it's a 30-minute guided experience. But I do offer insight about the rich tradition and perspectives on life. We have a theme we explore every week. And so on the app, you can explore nearly 3,000 guided meditations. And you can
Wow.
try it for a week free.
Wow. I love that. That is great.
Thanks.
Yeah. So what inspires you and keeps you motivated, Mary?
Learning. I'm
Ah,
a voracious reader and learner, and going out, meeting people, listening to what's happening. And also, I think staying away from the news these days, especially
hmm,
because that is such a drain on energy and focus and clarity as well. It's a
mhm.
big distraction. So I like to learn from great minds. So I'm always reading books of people who have a lot of wonderful things to share.
I love that. I love that. Well, Mary, thank you so much for being part of Business Spotlight. I am Tony Tona with Action Coach Tampa Bay. Have a super day, and we'll see you here next time.
Thank you.